Wow, look at this, YouTube. So just look at these wheels. Look at them. Look at the build quality of the wheels. We're here at LS Fest with Forgeline forged alloy wheels. Look at that, classic for a C10, 68 through 72 model pickup. They have some fantastic. Hey, tell YouTube what's up, man.
What's up?
Man, wheels are nice, man. Super nice, super nice. So, hey, I'm here with
John.
Hey, I'm here with John. John,
YouTube.
Hey, he's with Forgeline, and he was sharing with me about these wheels. Hey, John, why don't you talk a little bit about this wheel?
Well, we were talking about the Carbon Forge series, which is this wheel here.
Okay.
This is an example of our Carbon Forge series. We got several different models within this series, and what makes them special, of course, is that they have this carbon fiber barrel. So it is a forged aluminum center that we custom make out of aluminum.
For any application.
Yep, so we can fit just about any application, make any fitment, have more than one spoke style, finish them in any color. This particular one happens to be satin black, but we can do it in anything. And then those custom centers bolt into this carbon fiber barrel using this little flange. So we can give people this lightweight carbon fiber barrel, but with a customized center just for them, and that's what makes it really cool.
What's the weight on that?
The barrel by itself is probably 8 pounds.
Hey, you can take this thing two fingers. I mean,
but by the time we put an aluminum center in it, in a 20 by 12, it's probably going to be more like a 19 or 20 pound wheel, depending on what center design they just choose to go. We've got more than one center design, and some of those are heavier than others.
Okay. And that's offsets as well?
Yeah, they're all custom offsets, custom colors. And I would expect that most people, by the time they bolt a center in there, it's going to be more like a 19 or 20 pound wheel.
Okay.
But bear in mind that that's 19 or 20 pounds that's primarily focused in the center of the wheel.
Okay.
You know, by definition, the outermost edge of the wheel is going to be the lightweight carbon. And if you're going to have weight added to your wheel, you're going to want it in the center. You can afford weight in the center. You want to take the weight out of the outer. That's what makes it
I got you.
great.
Now, Mike, you know, when you're talking about quality, you're not talking about budget. You know, so that's got to be an understanding. The good stuff costs, and the good stuff really don't ever go on sale, and you get what you pay for. This is not going to be for everybody.
For sure. And by definition, right, everything we do is custom made to order. You know, we're not mass producing wheels. We're not selling stuff off the shelf. You know, we're not here today sending people home with wheels. All we're here is showing people, because these are things that people put a lot of planning into. They're being custom made for them. It's a 10-week process to get a set of order out the doors. You know, the inexpensive wheels that we make, with the exception of this is our one exception, but our forged wheels that are custom made to order are costing, for most people, it's going to be $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 for a set. When you add the carbon fiber barrel, you more or less double that cost. These are more in the $14,000 or $15,000 a set. But yeah, like you said, if you just need a round thing to hold a tire, you don't need this.
Exactly.
If you want the wheel that is made to fit your specific application with your specific suspension setup, your specific brake setup, that has the color combination that you want, you don't have a lot of choice.
That's right. Like Mike, for example, man, I'm building a 53. I got a 53 here right now with an LS, and the inner fender needs there's no room in there, so you'd have to have such a narrow rear end in there, or either it's going to be a serious custom offset wheel, you know. So this is going to be what you would be looking for, what I'd be looking for.
And typically that's what people do with us, is they tell us we're building wheels around their setup, right?
Gotcha.
So they come to us and say, I'm building a such and such model car, I'm running this suspension, I'm running these brakes, I've done this to the fenders, and then we build the wheel around that unique combination so that it's right.
Got you. Okay.
And so you shouldn't have to use spacers or
adapters,
less than ideal fitment. Right. It should be.
This is a bolt on,
and they should match the fender and give you clearance and look the way you want them to look.
Absolutely. Now, so 14 to 15,000 for the carbon fiber with the forged insert. Now, what about maybe, I don't know if I want to call this even an entry level, but how much for that wheel again?
Yeah, so these are more $600 or $700 wheels.
Yeah.
Depending on the finish. And this is what they call a flow form. And what they mean by that, what they mean by flow form is that the center is cast. So So it's a cast center, and they cast that center with a little flange on the back side of it.
Gotcha.
And then they take that casting and this flange and they put it in a special machine that has these rollers. And these rollers grab that flange and they pinch it and squeeze it and roll it. And they essentially roll out this barrel similar to how you would roll out a clay vase if
Wow.
you were, on a potter's wheel.
Absolutely.
How you spin the potter's wheel and you squeeze it and it turns into a vase.
Yeah.
It's that. Oh, they're squeezing that flange and turning it into this barrel, and that's how they form the flow form wheel. And as a result of that pressure that they're applying to that flange creates a certain material characteristic in this barrel that is similar to a forging.
Okay.
It's not exactly like a forging.
That's what I was hearing as you were
similar.
Yes.
And that allows this barrel to be stronger, holding all else constant, which allows it to be thinner, holding all else constant, which means it's a little lighter and a little stronger than you would get if it was a cast wheel all the way around. So,
I got you.
Yeah, so
I got you.
This is kind of the middle ground, right? It's not a forged wheel, but it's not a cast wheel either. It's a cast center with that roller formed barrel, and that provides a certain amount of strength weight benefits that you wouldn't get with a purely casted wheel, but they are quasi-mass produced. We can do some customization on these, but they're quasi-mass produced, so they're just not as expensive as a wheel that we're literally carving out of forging and finishing by hand that is time consuming and
exactly. So Mike, why don't you do this? Give the viewers your social media platforms and maybe how they can get in contact with you if they want to get one of these wheels.
Sure. So the best way always to shop for our wheels is online, because all of our wheels are online. All of our sizes and pricing is online. All of our finish colors, most of our finish colors are online, and that's forgeline.com. From there, of course, they can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, the forums, Twitter, you name it. We maintain about a dozen different social channels. I'm the social media guy, so if you ask a question through one of those digital channels, you're most likely going to end up going to me. I have limited knowledge when it comes to fitment, but I can direct you to the people who can get into the weeds with you and talk about the specifics of your fitments and costs and all those things. So.
Okay, all right. Hey, Mike, we appreciate all the, man, you're a wealth of knowledge, man, when it comes to wheels and the builds. Man, you all, hey, you're putting out a great product, man. Doing a great work here at LS Fest, and man, we just appreciate you taking time out and talking to us today.
We're having fun. Thanks for your effort.
All right, my man.